This might not be your expertise, Slay, but
I have Lucio's like my third or second most played character.
yeah,
So,
you're not playing Lucio in Screams though.
yeah, but I know how to play Lucio. And Lucio is generally not the hardest character to play, like as a character in itself.
Yeah. Oh, this is a very short game. 11 minutes. Okay. Probably 2-0 stomp.
They might be running for.
Could I join the voice chat and to talk easier? Of course, of course. You are welcome. Let's jump down to this one, I guess.
Can you just pull him?
Yep.
Nice.
The one-on-one coaching is locked to 2 people, but welcome, Thought.
Hello.
Can you hear us? Nice.
I can indeed.
You can indeed. Perfect. Well done. Well done. Let's see what happens here.
First up.
Do you have any initial comments or thoughts or anything you want to share?
So a couple things before we get into the VOD is this was a game. It was a custom game. I think it was for Jane's tournament.
Oh, okay.
I think I forgot what it was, but I wasn't a part of the team, but my friend Teddy OS, he messaged me when I was playing, and he said that he needed somebody to fill because somebody couldn't make it. He needed a support player, and then like a couple minutes later, he also said he needed a DPS player. So Kerbin, one of my other friends, I had hidden sub him too. So strength.
I think your mic cut.
Your mic cut, indeed.
So like strengths, fish, and Vias, I've never played with before. So I just want to keep that in mind, and I
Okay.
didn't know how they played.
Okay, so what's the SR range pretty much?
It
Average.
should be around like high gold to mid plat.
Okay. Then we know what we have to work with, and the enemy team is the same, I assume.
Yeah, it's around the same range.
Okay, cool. Well done.
They end up running 3-3 goats. First, like this point is Moira floats.
Okay, and you're gonna run this 2-2-2
Yeah.
style composition. Okay, so we're
Pretty-
gonna have the.
Yeah, we run this for a lot of it.
I see, I see. Well, this is a pretty stable composition, I would say. At least if you play, or if you don't play in a scrim environment too much, like you have Nano Visor, you have Nano Blade. I would probably play something that could combo with the Zarya a little bit better. So maybe have a Hanzo instead of the Soldier would be a little bit easier, I think. That way you have the Grav Dragon combo and the Nano Blade combo to like as easy win conditions for a new team to learn. You don't really need that many.
Yeah, and then one other thing I wanted to say is because I didn't know I was gonna be playing on the team, I'm used to like this solo queue environment where like you have to make plays yourself to get things done. So a lot of the times I'll like go off my own and try to make a play, and it gets my Ryan, like it messes up my Ryan a lot, or not a lot, but it can mess him up a little bit.
Okay, okay. Well, let's just start it off and see what happens.
I'm definitely gonna have Ryan Zarya.
I mean, they could go Winston.
Well, just as some initial thoughts, like you as the Lucio player in a composition like this will probably be in charge of moving around like your less mobile characters, so the Zarya, the Reinhardt, and the Ana. You're gonna need to focus on protecting your Ana a little bit, and then probably not going for too many aggressive boop plays or stuff like that, because most of like your team is pretty squishy. So
yeah, the second point goes to
your mic cut off again.
the second point, it goes to Lijiang Control Center, and there's quite a few times where I go for an aggressive play and it gets me killed.
Oh, good. There we go. Sorry. Why did it change the link? It shouldn't change the link.
It didn't work.
Doesn't work?
It didn't work the other thing. That's why I changed it. I can't see anything.
Okay.
Now I can see.
Okay, you can see now. Good shit.
Yeah. I'm throwing now.
Oh, the guns. So should this,
I guess you can have the same thought so that you're at the same second as us. I'll message it to you. There you go.
Zarya messed up with my basketball on.
It is gardens. Oh no.
It is gardens indeed.
I'm gonna go for
Playing
group
Ryan Sawyer and
strategy.
gardens is very good.
It is very difficult to play. You'll probably want to start off by going left side instead. Holy shit. That's some decent...
They have dive. I got Lucio.
It's not bad to be honest.
Yeah,
If your team went left side here, would
I'm aiming speed, aiming speed.
not that bad actually. It's just like fine.
They're down two, they're down two. They have Winston goats, they have Winston goats. Winston
Okay,
warrior
good
goats. They have Winston warrior goats.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. I was gonna say that it was bad that you didn't speed boost your team, but I guess since you had that amazing like wall riding that got you to the bridge that fast, it was definitely worth it. Definitely.
Yeah, I've practiced my wall running quite a lot, and I'm really good with it.
Nice, nice.
You can be ballsy with Lucio in like lower ranks, because they're gonna play like Ryan Sawyer, and that is why I don't want to play Ryan Sawyer in these maps. Like boops are so annoying.
Yeah.
That's why I go left side with like Ryan Sawyer most, like all the time.
Oh, that is aggressive, but you get the bubble. Okay.
I'm probably dead here.
You're alive. This is fine. You were bait. You're just bait.
Big shot, big shot. I'm making heals. Nice shot, nice shot. Yeah, I noticed in lower healers, like, because like, I know I'm overconfident in my warding skills.
Mm-hmm. Your mic cut off.
I'm gonna speed him back.
You need to fix
So-
the sensitivity, I think.
One second, let me fix this.
That was not a good nade.
I'm speeding. I don't have ammo.
Everyone left side, everyone left side, everyone left side. All of them going left side.
Okay, so they have Moira floats against your Rhine Zarya. Why would they not play their own Rhine? That is a pretty interesting question. But oh well. So let's just pause here really quick. So before the fight starts, what are your like first thoughts right here? You know that they're gonna run in. They use Moira ult last fight, but nothing else. So like, what do you think right here?
Who
Who,
is
me?
Thoughts? Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so my thoughts are like I need to get into a good position and I need to figure out what ults they have, what ults they used, what they're going to be coming up on, and then plan for this fight. I think I can't remember what exactly we do because this was a while ago, but I think we do come up with a proper plan for it. And
Okay.
I know that we need to figure out a proper plan so like if they do something, we know how to counter it.
Yeah, indeed. Like that's the right theory behind it, sure. But like if you ignore the team aspect, like what is going on in your head, like as a Lucio? Like what do you think you should be doing just as a Lucio player?
So what I think I should be doing is getting into a good position so like I can capitalize on any like if any of the enemy team gets out of position, I can capitalize on that and to set up for my Rhine because this happens a lot on the second point is I set up for a lot of plays for our Rhine like booping their Rhine out of position so our Rhine can get a shadow off or like displacing the enemy team into a way that helps my team.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. One thing that you have to think of though is that they are playing floats in this situation. But most teams should be playing goats if they see what you're playing and to counter that. And the thing is, or the reason why goats is so good is because they're gonna swarm around your Reinhardt. Like the Rhine is gonna rush in with Zarya bubbles, and he's gonna have a Brigitte at his side, being ready to like shield bash and boop your Rhine even further into them. And there's not a lot your team can do about it. Like Soldier only deals damage, Genji only deals damage. There's no utility there to help with that going on. So if you're playing a 2-2 against the goats, you need to be very scared that your Reinhardt is gonna die. Is gonna be horribly bullied, because that's what goats does. They delete Reinhardts. That's pretty much it. So as a Lucio player, you gotta think about keeping your Reinhardt alive. So when you see them rushing towards your Reinhardt, you need to be really quick on popping speed boost to like kite them back and buy time for your soldier or Genji to deal damage and slowly whittle them down. Because they have a lot of tanking, they have a lot of healing. It's not going to be easy to get a kill unless someone clicks a lot of heads. And that's probably what's going to happen right here, because I do think they have rally ready. So if they just pop rally, they rush into your Reinhardt. If you're not ready to pop speed for your Reinhardt to move back and to boop them away from your Reinhardt, he's just going to get deleted. Absolutely destroyed, and there's pretty much nothing you can do about it. Unless you have grab ready, that is. Or if you have beat ready. You're also 99% to beat.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So this is something that you can do to counter their engage onto your Reinhardt. You can either grab them or beat them, or if you have nothing of the sorts, then you have to utilize your regular cooldowns to help your Reinhardt.
Okay, yeah. So a lot of times, because this was when I was playing in like mid gold, so I don't really go up against goats a lot, and I don't play with goats. I know like the basics of it, but I don't know it at any high level.
Yeah, no, that's
so I
that's
just played it how
understandable.
like I thought I should, and I didn't know a lot of how to properly play goats and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's understandable.
Like how to
not
goats
even
well.
like GM top 500 players know how to play goats. That's pretty much only the like top teams that scrim a lot that know. But oh well, let's actually see what's going on here. Or Slay, do you have anything to add? Anything you're thinking about in this situation right here?
No, not really. I think what's been said already is pretty fucking good. Like,
Okay.
it's really just utilizing imp speed for like the aggressive cooldowns, and then like grab if they use rally, and you know they can grab it for free, since the diva probably doesn't know how to eat the grab.
Yeah. Okay. Good shit. Good shit. Then let's see what happens. They pop rally. Oh, we hit a sleep dart though. That's a dead Reinhardt. Nice headshot on the Moira though. Okay.
Didn't need be.
Huge grab dragon.
Yeah, the reason I beat there is because the Diva Bomb I was gonna beat to help our team survive it, but like I beat on the same second that our Fair used ult.
Yeah, I saw it. It's fine. It's fine. But that is usually why just like you said at the start, you need to have that plan, and it needs to be discussed beforehand what you're gonna do. Like, okay, when they push into us, we just grab barrage them and we should be fine. If you just say those few words before the start of the fight, none of this will happen.
Yeah, and that was also kind of due to lack of communication.
Yeah. So now they have to stagger, and you just finish off whoever touches the point.
Zion projected, big no heal.
Okay, good calls. You're calling their cooldowns. Unfortunate. They actually managed to stall that out with the primal. Interesting.
One thing I'm noticing watching this back is I'm spending like a little bit too much time on heal instead of speed. Like we could be getting more value if I was on speed instead of heal.
Yes, a little bit.
I agree.
Like when you're in these like mid-fight situations, swapping a little bit between speed and heal is usually the way to go. Because that way you get a little bit of healing, but you also make your teammates move in very unpredictable ways because they constantly change the movement speed that they have. That's why you see all these OWL Lucius spam like between healing and speed all the time.
Yeah, I do that when I'm taking 1v1s or like doing a team fight when like I'm trying to make sure that I live, and I'm also trying to make sure that like my team gets value out of it.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're regrouping. We should definitely be going left side. Good call, good call.
You're on your own right now. They're using rally.
They use rally early, this is good for you. You look for a boop here maybe.
Break the bubble, free shatter, free shatter.
Ooh, should probably swap
Right,
it to
there should
speed
have been
there.
amping speed.
Yeah, indeed.
Use grab.
It's also just called like just fall
Oh,
back
watch
when
out,
they
I
have
can beat,
rally
I
on.
can beat.
Yeah.
Just waiting out the rally is way better because they actually got value from that rally since your Ryan pushed up.
Indeed.
Yeah, very good.
So everybody acknowledged that they popped the rally, and you said, "Oh, nice, they popped rally early." But then you still walk into it and feed.
Well, I think a lot of it was like we saw that they'd use bubble and we were going for the shatter.
Oh, yeah.
And then we wanted to engage on that. Well, we still had a free shatter and they grouped up a lot because of the rally.
Put a little passive.
You're gonna get shatters against this for free no matter what.
Understand that, but they moved me out of the way. Yeah.
Yeah, they knocked them into the bomb. We can be okay.
Okay,
I'll
so-
be
And I couldn't
okay.
You're gonna come up with a plan here. Let's see.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Wait, what did someone say?
They knocked them into the bomb. I was thinking to
We can
like,
be
amp speed and be in to tank a lot of damage, but then
Okay.
everybody else kind of came up with another plan.
Let me just listen to what they say.
Okay, I'll be
And I couldn't
okay.
We can grab Barrage.
We can
Yeah.
grab barrage. Yeah, okay. So the plan is to grab barrage. Then you need to play slow and wait for barrage to get farmed up, and then you can probably save your beat for when something major happens. I don't think they have grabbed yet. And the issue with beating grabs though is that it's not always a guaranteed way to survive the beat or the grab if they focus fire correctly.
They have a lot of cleave in this, so they shouldn't be able to do anything since they have more. They have low damage. And
Yeah,
they
that's
have
true. They don't have the Zen, they don't have the Reinhardt, so it's actually probably
should be
acceptable.
fine.
I believe I save B till the end. Like I just B as the round's ending because they may not use grab here, and if they do, I know that we won't need B for it.
Hmm. Okay, well let's see what happens.
Wait, we don't have Barrage yet. We don't have Barrage yet.
Good call. So you should probably say something more after the you're doing a lot of informational calls, but not a lot of like actual action calls. I don't know what's the name for calls where you want your team to do something. Actually, don't think there's a special name for it, but whatever. So like if you hear here or you see that the barrage is not ready yet, instantly after you call that as an informational call, you should be saying play slow or like stay back, let her farm it up. You don't really need to say more than that, but since it's a new team and they don't know all of your thoughts, you might need to explain a little bit more in these situations. Like play slow, wait for the barrage, don't go in yet, recharge Ryan shield and all of that shit. Because now like the Ryan is still taking damage, his shield is already low. I think it was cracked before he even started walking in here. So we're gonna go in with really low resources, and then we're gonna try to like panic get a grab barrage in, and it's gonna be a lot harder.
When you Barrage,
And
I'll
if you
beat
take it slow.
so you don't die. They're down, Lucio.
Okay, I get that.
Oh, no, we get a pretty good grab barrage. That's nice.
Mario ulting on point.
Nice.
Yeah, they were grouped up in a nice juicy pile.
Nah, he can't touch.
Beating to pad stats.
That was decent. Like you didn't need beats for the last fight,
I'm very surprised.
so just using it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Alright, who's still running Renzo, yeah?
Now they're gonna.
Yeah,
But if they don't win Ryan's are here, they're
They're
wrong.
gonna run standard goats now. Yeah, they're gonna run standard goats. I'm gonna need to try. It's hard to find high ground
If
here.
they're running floats on gardens, they'll probably play Maygoat here.
They played Memorial though.
Yeah, they played Moira and Winston. I don't know. They should have had a Reinhardt.
They're gonna run standard goats.
They're gonna have the Ryan until the Winston. You need it here.
Okay, we're playing Reaper Soldier this time, so no Genji.
I'm gonna take Tiger on, right?
So that changes your priority a little bit, because Reaper requires a lot of resources to be effective. Like Reaper will probably need to like get close to them somehow, and then with the help of your speed boost plus like a Zarya bubble, he can go in and try to get some value. But other than that, Reaper is a pretty useless hero, to be honest.
So when you're playing with Reaper as Lucio, you should, instead of like staying by your team a lot more, if he's trying to get value, you need to go and speed him in.
Yes,
Even if
I would
it,
try. I would
like,
try to
even
do
if
that.
it means spitting off from your team a little.
Yes.
Okay.
That's definitely like if you wanted to have a Reaper on your team and try to get value out of him. Of course, the Reaper should be staying with your team for the most part. He's still pretty good just standing behind the Reinhardt and like shooting shields. He's not the best at shield break, but at least decent. And then you just wait for that opportunity to go in for with a speed and bubble on him.
Mid, I'm gonna go through mid. See if they are here.
They're moats.
Are playing Magos. Oh, so you would have actually been dead there if the Mei was paying any attention.
Yeah, as soon as
they're
I
moats.
did that, I knew I should have got out, and
Yeah.
right after I knew it was a mistake.
She just completely ignores you. Nice.
Like I said, it's
Trying
around
in,
the
trying
like
in, run one, nice
low
shot.
plat elo.
Big anti,
Yeah.
big anti, div anti.
Pretty good anti, pretty good boop.
I've
Your
aimed
your amp timing was decent as well.
Do a
But a little
chase, do
bit
a
more
chase.
amp speed would be good.
Yeah,
The amp
yeah.
heal wasn't really worth it at all.
Big anti, bigger.
Because like
Big anti, we can
against
push in.
nodes, your Ryan is gonna be the main priority, and he's gonna keep getting slowed. So like amp speed is gonna be key.
Help me, I'm being frozen. I'm frozen. Nice shot.
Generally, never should be amp anything else than like speed. Only
Yeah,
like,
in
have to
team
stabilize.
fights, for sure. Yeah, exactly. In team fights, you want to be amping speed to get your teammates in favorable positions. That is gonna give you way more value, and probably they're gonna be dodging more damage than you're gonna be healing with an amp heal.
And
So-
you have Ana, so you have
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
one of my
shade.
problems.
Mm.
Is like I'll use heal a lot more than I should, and it shows.
Yeah, indeed. And
Right here, I go for
another
a really
thing.
aggressive play, I think.
Oh, okay. We'll see that soon. Just another thing is you're also walking forward a lot, which makes you like you see the entire enemy team, but you don't really see your team. So you're often like if we move back a little bit here, as the Lucio player, you're pretty much wanna be standing like in the middle of your team so that you can
Big
see your
anti,
front
push
line, and you should be at least having the Ana inside of your AoE. So the Reaper is a little bit too aggressive here, but let's see. Like this positioning is kind of fine.
Big anti, bigger. Big anti, we can push in.
Now you're not making sure that your team is actually with you. I would have probably like turned around just to see if they're inside of my AoE, or if you just speed boosted away from your entire team. And then this position is pretty decent. Now you can see your Zarya, you can see your Rhine. You can decide if you want to go for like a boop play here, or if you just want to stay here, maybe boop the Mei away from your Rhine to save him, or some situation like that. And you should probably have the Ana and Soldier in your aura by default if they have good positioning as well. Then you walk in like ultra far inside of them.
Help me, I'm being frozen. I'm frozen.
And that little second, where you have no idea where your teammates are, what they're doing, and it has been showing in all of your team fights pretty much that you don't really know where your teammates are or what they're doing,
Nice shot.
which you need to know pretty much at all times as a Lucio player.
Boop the Rhino.
Don't bait wall, just bait the Rita on thing.
Right here,
yeah.
yeah, that's
I might
I
be
died right
down
there.
here.
I knew like right then I knew I was going way too
Big shot,
aggressive, but I already committed to it, and I didn't back out.
Yeah.
And then my team made up for my mistake.
No, that was definitely too aggressive, and the reason it is because you're not gaining any additional value from going around that you can't get from still standing like next to your team. So if
Yeah, I think I do that
let's see
one
here.
more time later on, but for the rest of it, I stand to the left of the doorway, so when they walk in, I can boop their line up.
So here, if we take a look at Lijiang Tower real quick, the boop that you wanted to do, the only thing that it would do is like boop the enemy Reinhardt from here to like here, pretty much. But instead of walking all the way around and being in danger of their entire team, like collapsing on you, in this case it was only the brig that saw you, but it was enough. You can do the exact same thing by wall riding, like on these walls here. And that way you're still with your team, and you can also do the exact same boop to displace the Reinhardt from behind. That's usually how most Lucios set up for boop plays on defense. They find a choke, wall ride above that area, and just wait. You just patiently wait until they move out of the choke, because they have to. Eventually they have to move out of the choke to get to the point, and that's when you get the boop.
Yeah, for all the like future times I try to do that, I think there's still one more time that I try to go around like that, and it almost gets me caught, but I get out somehow.
Okay.
But for all the other times, I sit at the right of that choke, and whenever the Rhine walks in, I try to boop him like behind our Rhine, and my team dives on him.
I see. Yeah, like the thought is good, but the execution is flawed. That's just it. So like going for boop plays when they're going through chokes, definitely a very good idea, and it usually grants you a lot of ult economy if you can manage to win with like just a boop or just a boop shatter. So it is definitely a good idea and should be utilized when you have the opportunity to do it. Let's see. Zeno Taylor asks, "Do you have hold for crossfade enabled?"
No, I don't. I have my controls are shift is crossfade. I just have this top, and then I have spacebar as my jump. I also have scroll down, and then I have something else on my mouse to use as jump too. I don't use that too often. And then right click is boop, and boop builds like I think it's like 2% ult.
Yeah, it does build.
It's like 1 or 2%.
It deals 20
really
damage,
small.
so that's.
And then yeah, I just use regular W, A, and D for movement.
Yeah, I don't use hold for crossfade either. I think it's annoying. I like clicking to make something happen than having to hold for speed. But oh well. I don't think it matters that much if you have hold or not. It's just a matter of what you're used to. What the hell is going on? Can they not scream, please?
I told you these this team they've played together a lot before.
See this boop? You are 100%, or maybe not 100% safe, but you're way safer than like going around. But it still accomplishes the exact same thing.
Yeah, like, when I'm sitting right there, I'm thinking like if they want to dive onto me,
yeah,
like they can, and I can like my escape abilities are I boop them away and like I aim speed out, or like if they do dive onto me, then either the Rhine shields up and like is shielding from my team to protect that, or to protect his team, so they don't take that much damage, or he dives onto me too and starts swinging on me, and our honor lane's a really fat anti-nade on them, and even if I die, my team can capitalize on that really big anti-nade.
Yeah, just to make that little boop play a little bit more safer, I'm just gonna go into the game real quick here. Just want you to wall ride instead of crouching behind. Let's see here, lobby. No, wait. How do you control map? Which one is it? First, second, or third? I have no clue.
I think it's second point.
Now arriving at Lijiang.
First is gardens. No, night markets. Okay. Unlucky. Settings. Second. Let's try.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
Second is garden. Fuck. Unlucky. It was third.
Yeah, Zeno, I've been using boop like for these games. I've been using it offensively instead of trying to protect our Rhine.
Yeah, when you have the chokes, when you have the chokes under control, you definitely want to go for those offensive boop plays. They can give you so much value. It's actually insane. So yeah, you were standing right here and going for the boop like this. But what you can do instead is if you have backwards, holy shit, I can't speak. Backwards wall riding, you can just hold S here, and you can just press space, and you can continuously jump between these walls right here. That way you're gonna be a little bit harder to kill for like a Brigitte or a Mei or something, like walking through. When they're gonna be walking here, if they see you standing here, they're gonna instantly like bash you and kill you. But if you're up on the wall like this, it's gonna be a little bit harder to kill you, and you're still gonna get the boop off, and you can still do the exact same thing while just being a little bit safer. So you get that boop off, you pop speed for your team to capitalize on that shit, and you keep shooting them from behind.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind then.
I don't know if you have backwards wall riding.
Of course I do.
On. Okay, good shit, because it is crucial for Lucius to have, so you're able to shoot people while still wall riding. Okay, leaving the game. Let's keep going here. That was a nice boop on the.
So right here, the reason right after I noticed we didn't need beat, and so there's like two reasons I did use beat is first off, I called ahead beat, and then people were calling to use it, and I didn't know what it was. They're actually referring to Nano.
Oh.
But so Teddy, my friend, the reason he wanted me to use beat, the reason he was calling for it is because he had to reload, and he thought there was a lot of people low. And I should have used my better judgment there. I was going with what my team wanted instead of what I thought I should have done.
Yeah.
Is I like looking at it, I know I should have saved beat there because my team wasn't actually that low, and I knew that since like I do play a lot of Ana, I knew Teddy would be able to easily stabilize us, and beat wasn't really necessary there.
Yeah, you had already gotten 3 kills, so the team fight was done. So 6 versus 3 is usually a very winnable fight. But okay, let's see here. So they zone you out with bomb. You jump out to survive. That's fine. That's fine. Now you lost your Reaper, so you probably can't be holding the choke anymore. Unless you have ultimates. You have Shatter, okay.
Right, he is just really unlucky.
Unfortunately.
Ryan passed out and then he gets a Shatter off.
Yeah, but you press tab here, and you actually saw that your Reinhardt had Shatter here. So you press tab, you see Shatter, and right here, if you tell your Reinhardt, like, okay, I'm gonna boop the Ryan, go for a Shatter. Like, you need to tell him specifically, go for a Shatter, because otherwise he might not be ready for it, or he might not think about it. You just said, I'm gonna boop the Ryan, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he should be going for a Shatter.
Yeah, after we played these games, I was thinking one thing I did lack was communication, and like there's times where if I had communicated something like better, then we probably could have won the team fight.
That's like 90% of Overwatch. Believe me, everybody that I coach need to work on communication. There's not a lot of people that actually have that at a good level. So yeah, you're actually calling your amps most of the time. I don't think you're doing it every time, but most of it you're doing it, and you're calling your boops. Like those are very good starting points, and you should definitely keep doing that. You're also calling enemy cooldowns sometimes. Gotta work on the consistency there. So you keep calling that shit consistently every time. And I guess what you need to work on specifically is calling like the plays you want to make. So you do have ideas for plays you want to make, but you're not saying anything about them. So you have gotten the informational calls down, but now you need to make some more action calls, like tell your team to actually do things. So go for a boop Shatter play here, or let's do grab barrage, or I'm gonna beat in aggressively in 3, 2, 1, go, stuff like that.
Okay, and then when you said like I don't call amp all the time, it's because like I'll call it when I know it needs to be called, but there's times where like at the end of team fights and stuff that I won't call it because it's not really necessary there. And then like there's certain cooldowns that I won't call because like they're either on a short enough cooldown where if I do call it, they'll have it up by the time anybody could capitalize on it, or they're not high value cooldowns.
I think you should be calling amp every single time. Like maybe not if you're 6 versus 1 against a baby diva. Okay, that's fine. But amp is such an important cooldown, and everybody needs to know if it's used or if it's up. It is actually insane how much value you can get out of speed boost. So calling it every single time, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
And let's see here. What did you say, Zeno Taylor? I noticed he was behind the enemy. Can we conclude that the flex healer assists more than they do heal? Yes, of course. In this situation, the Ana is the flex healer, not flex healer, flex support. Fuck, I hate that people use these terms or these different terms. Okay, so there's flex support and main support, and then there's main healer and off healer that people are using. And the main healers consist of the heroes that actually heal a lot. So like Moira, Ana, and Mercy. And then you have the off healers, Lucio, Zen, and Brig. But I don't like those terms because in a scrim environment, they are not used at all. You have main healer and main support and flex support. Holy shit, now I'm saying it wrong. The main support is 99% of the time playing either Lucio or Mercy, because those two heroes exist in almost every single composition. So those are the main supports, and their job is mostly to shot call and keep track of their heroes, do ult planning, and like call how the team fights should be going. And the reason they are doing this is because their heroes like Lucio and Mercy are a little bit less mechanically demanding. They don't need to focus super hard on like very difficult mechanics, so they can put more of their brain power into actually analyzing the situation, looking at their teammates' cooldowns and the enemy's cooldowns, and see if there is an opportunity to do something. And so in this situation, the Ana is actually the flex support, and the Lucio here is the main support. But yeah. Generally, you can say that, Zeno Taylor. Do you think it's okay to run Ana as an off healer on console? Well, that depends on what you mean with the with the definition of the word that I just used. If you're talking about as a flex support, then yes, Ana is a flex support. And it's definitely fine to run it, even if you're playing console. Like I think Ana is an amazing hero right now. You can play a lot of Ana and have a lot of success in comp for sure. Okay, let's finish this shit. So like imagine you actually telling your Reinhardt here to shatter. This boop will probably be like he would probably get a shatter on these two or on these two. Who knows? But they do have all of their ults ready, and we're not really ready for this.
They stack support us. They stack support us.
So they 100% waste their trance and chatter, their trance and beat, where they definitely didn't need to.
They're gonna have mail.
So the only thing that's consistently going wrong in these team fights is just the pre-fight planning.
Right there, should have called. I was amping speed.
Indeed.
They're using Blizzard.
Why did you even amp speed? Let's see.
I thought we were gonna be pushing in.
Okay. So you should probably wait for your, like usually you're gonna have some kind of main like target caller, and I don't think I've heard too much of target calling from this team. But I guess since you don't really know these guys, it's hard to do. Especially if they don't trust you as a Lucio to do good target calling. But you should be talking to your team at the start and like asking like who's gonna be the main target caller, who's gonna like call our engagements, and usually it's gonna be the Reinhardt. So you should probably be waiting for the Reinhardt to call a good target, or if you see someone that's a good target to go for, you can definitely call something out as well. Like, oh, the Brig's out of position, let's go, and then like amping speed now or something like that.
They're using Blizzard.
So yeah, now your Ryan died. This is a regroup. But we're actually going in.
Right here, I chased the Brigade a lot and it almost gets me killed.
Brigade can die.
Yeah, this was definitely not a good idea. What the hell happened now? Why did it
Might be
pause?
better.
Oh,
That's my fault. I accidentally pressed K.
nice.
I'm spinning out.
Yeah, definitely not worth it. Like your Rhine died, your Reaper died. That's a full reset. You should be calling out in voice like hard reset. We regroup. We wait again. They use their Mei ult, so they literally have only 2 ults left. They have used 4 in a row right now. So you should be Gucci for the upcoming fight if you just save up a little bit of ultimates, since you already have 99 and they you just need to win 1 team fight. Now they pop their last ultimate. The rally. No, wait, they have bomb still. Okay, so you only need to watch out for bomb. And this is something you can be calling out as well. If you're doing accurate ult tracking. You don't even need to be very good at ult tracking here to know that they have bomb, because they've used everything else. And it's been 99, and we've never seen a bomb yet. Or no, we did see a bomb at the start, I guess. What rank is this? This is like a high gold mid plat, I believe. Something like that.
Yeah, it's around there. Like the low plat to high plat.
Yeah. Okay, so we got a fat shatter, and that probably wins us the fight.
Nice bomb.
That was a really bad bomb.
Dividend get beat. Dividend get beat. Dividend get beat. Lucio 1. Lucio 1. Lucio 1.
And that's a win team fight.
Can't.
Okay, well, that was it. So GG's. Night Raven.
We go on to win 2 more games, and we win the series for the day.
Ooh, nice. Well played then.